What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and the alphabet people? Welcome back to the JoBluemann show. Today we're gonna discuss something nobody else I think talks about. It's the relief package, and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, and where they are exactly where they were a couple of years back, where the government was being shut down because they weren't willing to sit around a table, discuss it. They were unrealistic in their demands, and it seems we're going to be sitting in the same situation. Them sitting nice beside a beach, and the American people taking the rap for it. Yeah, I love politics. Shit, I should have become a politician. Uh, how much leave do these guys get? Well, actually, you should actually ask how much do they work. Okay, so let's start. Relief talks stumble again as Trump asserts a deal is not going to happen. Trump's fault. Why? Because he said you are stupid and you are ridiculous, and I will not conform to what your request is. And then let's us read a little bit on. A new attempt to restart economic relief negotiations between the White House and Democrats ended just minutes after it began on Wednesday, with President Trump appearing to cast doubt on the whole process by announcing a deal is not going to happen. He doesn't help himself, does he? Maybe you should have started with like, okay, it's not my fault. Nancy didn't want to even listen to me. But no, no. Trump does what Trump does best. Just a few days earlier, he had suggested he was open to new rounds of talks. In declaring the whole process over, Trump used a news conference to criticize Democrats. Trump used a news conference to criticize Democrats' proposal for funding election preparations and the Postal Service as part of a broader spending measure. So they wanted to wrap that into the sweet deal. Why? Because it's being used for election fraud. Yeah, okay, well, it makes sense. From a business perspective, it does make sense. But maybe you guys want to actually see what's going on. Sorry, I scratched around and I screwed up. I'm actually in IT, so I should be able to fix it. I just don't feel like doing it. So, excuse me if things don't look according to plan. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just let me get this right. And there we go. Only took me half an hour to do it. Awesome. Okay. Should be seeing me up there. Okay. There we go. If, in case you don't know, that person with the pink there is Nancy Pelosi. Uh, oh yeah, and here's Jack Schumer. That's another dickhead. Okay. Okay. So where were we? We were at the postal service. Now that's literally what you call going postal. The bill's not going to happen because they don't even want to talk about it. Because we can't give them the kind of ridiculous things that they want that have nothing to do with the China virus, Trump said at the White House during an evening news briefing using a term criticized as racially insensitive. So I don't know if this video is going to get banned or not. Might. I've actually had a couple of videos banned, you guys. You don't know it. I don't mention it a lot. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be monetized. I think I do actually delete videos as soon as they sort of, and then I post it on BitChute, on my BitChute channel. So because I do say some really insensitive things sometimes, it has been brought to my attention that my EQ is not what it's supposed to be. So I still don't know what EQ stands for, but from what they tell me, it's something to do with my sensitivity towards other people. Anyway, I don't think this is racially insensitive. The virus comes from China. It's a Chinese virus. I mean, jeez. We're now going to say karate doesn't come from China. These comments came hours after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who always tells the truth, and Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin spoke for the first time since the talks fell apart last week. But their conversation did not break the impasse, instead leading to another round of finger pointing. Oh, thank God it was finger pointing. Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Charles Schumer, another solid guy, always tells the truth, issued a statement after Pelosi's conversation with Mnuchin, accusing the administration of refusing to budge. That was followed by a statement from Mnuchin accusing Pelosi of mischaracterizing their conversation and proclaiming that Democrats are a bunch of fucking idiots. Oh, no, sorry, that's not what it said. It said, have no interest in negotiating. No, I didn't. This is all warm and fluffy. So, but there's other things happening at the moment. I saw an article which I wanted to do, which I'll probably do tomorrow, about Britain going bankrupt or Britain being bankrupt, which is a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, but I want to talk about it because it's things that people expected after the Brexit deal, and it's used as fear mongering. So it's something I would have liked to talk about. But I feel this is also important, but not this bullshit that we're going through over here. What I want to do is, this is the Washington Post. Now, I won't usually tell people to go and read the Washington Post, okay? But at the bottom, it actually gives a great layout of where you can go for help, what you need to do for specific. There's a rainbow color person, I think. What you need to know: personal finances during the pandemic, paying your rent or mortgage, what to do if you've been laid off or verlogged. That sounds like some other fillet, like a French way of cutting something because of the pandemic. Um, Coronavirus stimulus check calculated, 10 Americans navigating the coronavirus economy. small business, how to get a PPP, small business loan. Now, I don't think I'm gonna find it here. Okay, so firstly, they're not getting to the same amount. Trump administration says 1 billion is enough. They want 3.4 billion, and so on and so on. And then Nancy came out and said, okay, we'll take 2 billion. And then they said, no, we won't give you 1 billion even. And then they said that we will up it a bit. And basically, it's just a game. So what happened? Trump has gone out and he said that I'm taking executive privilege and I'm doing something about it on my own because once again they're going on leave. It's closed. The governors are all going on holiday while people are starving to fucking death. The same as when Nancy Pelosi went on holiday, um, and nobody went to go and speak to Trump about the closing down of the government. So, okay, he added the administration is willing to move forward with legislation that allows for substantial funds for schools, childcare, food, vaccines, hospitals, for small businesses, rental assistance, broadband, airports, state and local government assistance, and liability protection for universities, schools, and businesses. Now, this is the weird thing that I found about this whole thing. Everything that Trump is has taken now and is making money available for for it. None of it is socialists. So somewhere around here they talk about, yeah, but what about the social grants and the blah blah blah, and the things that are now moving America towards socialism. The guys that don't work, that sit on their asses, they get a social grant, and then they want to cry a river, all those kinds of things. But everything that he does over here is he says, well, not him, his administration is saying that because schools get sued, businesses get sued, universities get sued, and people might pick up the virus from them, so they are open target, and the Democrats will probably stand there with a gun behind their heads. So they'll cover that, the legal costs. They will give you internet so you can work from home. Um, so it's liability cover, it's the internet, state and local government assistance. I don't know about the airports. I don't know what about the airports. But anyway, it's giving broadband rental assistance. It's giving people rental assistance, um, and then schools, childcare, food, vaccines, hospitals. Everything that he's doing here is for the working person, not for your person who's sitting at home getting a social grant, not working. Those people are now sort of rattled because they're probably still getting their money, but they're not getting extra money. So, it's problematic. And the Democrats are upset about this because this probably would have bought them a couple of more votes had they pulled this through. And given, these fucking socialists sitting on their asses doing nothing, you know, I don't understand how people can say that they can't find a job. Okay, I at one stage had 2 jobs and I was studying. I was doing basic work. I was packing bottles and I was waitering and barman and being a barman. Um, so people can make a living. So what's happened now in South Africa is people have come together and they've decided that, okay, well, we're not gonna we 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 we're gonna support the restaurants. okay? But we're going to support them in another manner, the local restaurants, not your franchises and stuff like that, because they've already engaged bigger companies to delivery services and those kinds of things. But your restaurants and your waiters, they are the ones suffering at the moment, the smaller ones. So what the guys are doing now is the waiters are now delivering the food, and we're tipping them. So I'm not buying from a takeaway shop. I'm buying from places on a Sunday lunch. I buy from a place that makes a full Sunday lunch, and I support the local business, and I help out a mom or waiter or student or whatever she is. So and so the masks is a big thing. I've watched a couple of videos, and I don't know what and it's difficult if you live in a country, and I think you guys are like 320 million or 400 million, I can't remember. It's difficult to look at videos and you see the behavior of some of these people. I do hope you guys wear masks. We're doing it over here. The common cold has gone down in statistics. So it does work. Might not work as well as we want it to, but it does work. Cheers, guys.